99 out of 100 millionaires made their stacks in real estate. So it's only fair for us to break down the 21 ways you can make money in real estate. Number one is the most obvious one out there. It is a real estate agent or a real estate broker. Everyone should know how these people get paid and the income potential, but you essentially make a small percentage of the sale, or when you're helping a buyer buy a home, of that real estate transaction. And the income potential, I mean, it could range anywhere from $0, which is where most people are at, all the way up to millions of dollars a year. Now, one that's not so common is actually buying tax liens. And I have a whole YouTube video on this. You can check the link in the description for it. But it is when someone buys someone else's property taxes, they put a lien on their property. And when that person eventually pays their taxes or eventually sells that property, the investor, the person who bought the liens, will have made a specific interest rate on that amount. This is a super lucrative way to make some money because the average rate of returns is anywhere from 13 to 16%, and you have the potential of actually foreclosing on the property. And the next one goes very hand in hand with this, and that is actually buying tax deeds. Now, deeds are similar to liens, except the properties are already in foreclosure, and you can actually just buy properties for pennies on the dollar. And I know guys doing this who are making 100x on their money, so the income potential is absolutely insane. Now, something that's not as super sexy would actually be an appraiser. This is the person who goes out and actually evaluates what a property is worth. Now, most appraisers are going to need anywhere from 2 to 4 years of experience where you're not making a whole lot of money, but after you have those years of experience and you can be on your own, you can make anywhere from $80,000 to $200,000 a year. Now, piggybacking off an appraiser, you've got a home inspector. This is when someone is buying a piece of real estate, whether they're buying a home or a commercial property, and they're hiring an inspector to do a very thorough review of the property to find every little detail that's wrong with it. These guys make anywhere from $100,000 to $300,000 a year. They're usually charging about $350 to $700 per property inspection. So you could do the math on how many inspections you need to be doing. Most guys will do about 2 to 3 a day though. I knew this next one was coming, but it is a mortgage loan officer, which is essentially what I am. It is the person who actually pieces together and originates the loan that someone gets when they go and buy a piece of property. Guys in mortgages are just like real estate agents. They can make anywhere on the spectrum. You've got guys making $10,000 a year, and you've got guys making millions of dollars a year. Small percentage of the loan amount is essentially paid to the loan officer, and that's how the compensation is earned. I have so many videos on this type of topic, so just check my channel out for that. Switching gears, if you want something that's a little more stable, now we're talking about transaction coordinators. These are people who are sometimes pushing paper, but really just making sure that transactions are going smoothly, and they play a very vital role in actually making sure that transactions get done. This is a role that's very conservative. They're usually making anywhere from $35,000 to $85,000 a year. And again, it's very stable. It's more salary-based or bonus-based. The potential to make a ton isn't really there, but the stability is. Another job where you might not make an absolute killing, but you've got some really good consistency and you're involved in a high volume of transactions would be an escrow officer. Now, this is the person who's kind of the intermediary or the third party between buyers and sellers and lenders and everyone else involved, and they're kind of the ones who make sure that the transaction actually goes well for both parties involved. This is definitely an office or desk job. Again, income potential isn't insane, but it's really steady, anywhere from probably $50,000 to $100,000, $120,000 a year. And you know who escrow officers need to survive? They need mobile notaries. That's the next one on this list. And mobile notaries, pretty steady. You can make a lot of money with it, but most people are making anywhere from $75,000 to $150,000 a year. It's the person who really goes to the closing and says, hey, I'll be your notary, and I'll make sure that you do all these documents and sign them all properly. Most of the time, these guys are going to people's houses, people's businesses. They're not actually in the office. They're driving around everywhere. Income potential around that range, and they're usually making about $100 to $150 a signing. All right, let's get a little more creative in that side of real estate. The next one's going to be an interior designer. This is someone, obviously, who designs the interior of spaces. Course. These people can actually make pretty good money, and they're not just kind of social media influencers these days. They actually play a vital role in turning a space into something that's not super great and turning it into something amazing. They can actually make pretty good money. They're usually paid based on the project. I know a lot of interior designers who are making anywhere from 150 upwards of 350, 400,000 a year. So it is a pretty cool business if you love kind of the aesthetics of piecing together a space. You might not have the eye for actually setting a space up with furniture and whatnot with an interior designer, but you might have an eye for actually taking photos of it or creating video. And that's where kind of content creators in particular for real estate come into play. And actually, I'm going to bring in Tanner. Tanner, come here. Okay, now you just stand right here, and I'm just going to ask you a question. Tanner, look into the camera.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Tell them how much you make. No, I'm just kidding.
Way too much.
Let's see. Tanner, you take pictures and videos. Have you ever took listing photos of a house?
Yeah.
How much are you making on photos for a home?
On photos for a home? I mean, it can depend on the home and obviously the time, but I mean, could be ranging anywhere from like $500 to $1,000. I mean, comes down to kind of hours. If you want to do both photo and video, goes a long ways. So, yeah.
That's why we love Tanner.
Yeah.
I do know some photographers who can make anywhere from, 100 to 200,000 a year. There's also very different levels of it. Some guys will get out drones. Some guys will get out 360 tours. There's a lot of ways to really sell some big packages and to run big teams for it. So really, it's like any other business. Sky's the limit. But I would say most people in that space, if you're working kind of a 40-hour week, you're probably making anywhere from 80 to 100 grand a year. And not only do real estate professionals pay photographers or videographers, but they also just straight up pay marketing companies who provide leads. And so really it's just a marketer in real estate. Now, marketers is a very vague topic and can vary a lot based on whether it's a mailing company, a social media company, a Google PPC company, a cold call company. There's a lot of different ways in marketing. But most marketers or people who are geared towards marketing companies have usual salaries that are somewhere in the 100 to 150 range. We got to speed this pace up. I'm going to hit you with some rapid fire ways you can make money in real estate, and this is all through owning real estate. So first is obviously cash flow. You're making money from people paying you rent every month. That's great. Then you've got appreciation, the value of the actual real estate that you own going up, which means you're essentially making money from that. It's adding to your net worth. Then you have depreciation or a tax haven. You get a bunch of tax savings with owning real estate, which will essentially put more money into your pocket because you're not paying that to Uncle Sam. And if you can't own real estate due to maybe insufficient funds, maybe not being able to qualify, whatever it might be, you can actually buy into REITs, real estate investment trusts, which are basically like a stock, but instead of the stock actually being a portion of a company, it's essentially tracking a portion of owning real estate. These pay really good dividends because it's typically based on the cash flow and appreciation and depreciation I just talked about. So usually if you're owning a bunch of REITs, you can actually make a decent amount of money, part of your yearly income. Now, a super common way in making money in real estate that I haven't talked about yet is actually property flipping, right? Buying a property for one price, doing some work on it, and selling it for something better. There is a lot of guys out there who do property flipping, and it is typically very competitive, but a lot of guys I know who are doing really well at it, they're typically making anywhere from 10 to 20 grand on a flip, which is great. And if you can do about one flip a month, you can usually make it a full-time job. But then there's also the guys that are absolute monsters and they're doing anywhere from 5 to 10 flips a month, and that's pretty insane. So again, massive range, but you can make anywhere from maybe 120 upwards of maybe $500,000, $600,000 a year. And piggybacking off that one, if you don't really want the risk of doing a property flip, but you kind of want to be involved in that, you can actually just get into wholesaling, which is also another really popular way to make money in real estate. The way wholesaling works is you could buy a property maybe off market for 150 grand and you could put some work into it and then maybe sell it for 200. But instead of you actually doing the work, you're going to say, well, I'll buy it for 150 grand. I'm going to sell it to a guy down the street for 155 grand. He's going to still put the work into it and sell it for 200, and I made my 5 grand, and maybe he made 5 to 10 grand on it. Wholesaling is a really easy way to be a part of that flipping world without taking on really any risk. Wholesalers can make a lot of money because it's really how many phone calls you want to make and how hard do you want to work at it. I know a lot of guys who are making pretty consistently $250,000 a year, but they're also banging 80, 90, 100 calls a day, every day, 7 days a week. And then, of course, how do all these flippers or wholesalers or anyone who's doing these projects actually get their capital? Well, they're not typically getting it from mortgage loan officers like myself or other people, but they're getting it from hard money or private money lenders. This is, in my opinion, the king. It's the best part of making money in real estate, and it should really be what everyone strives to get to because it is very little risk and very high reward. The way these guys get paid is typically off the points and, of course, the interest that they're lending on. So let's just say you had $1 million to lend out. Well, most people getting hard money loans are paying about 2 points on the money that they're being lent, and they're also paying anywhere from a 10 to 12% interest rate. If you think about it, if you had $1 million to lend out at 12%, if it's lent out all the time, you're making $120,000 a year to literally do nothing. And that's not even accounting for the points when you're lending it out. So if you did just one loan at $1 million, you would have made 20 grand plus 120 grand that year in interest to give you 140 grand. And that's if you did one loan. Most guys are doing a bunch of loans. They're doing 10 to 12 loans with that kind of capital, so you're really adding up on a lot of money that you're earning. One of the easiest ways to actually get into making money in real estate with really having no skills at all is to be a property manager. And I don't want to dog any property managers out there, but you don't need to do really anything to be a property manager besides communicate well. And nobody should have an excuse with not being able to communicate well. Property managers literally just go meet a bunch of rich people who own a bunch of real estate properties who don't want to deal with tenants reaching out to them to fix toilets and do things like that. And instead they say, hey, I'm going to pay this property manager $200 a month, $100 a month, whatever it is, a part of the cash flow to deal with all that. You respond to the emails, you respond to the texts, the calls, all that stuff. You coordinate the contractors. I don't want to deal with anything. Property management is a great way to earn money in real estate without having really any experience at all. If you can get a bunch of properties or some homes going with some investors, you can pretty easily make about $50,000 to $100,000 a year with very minimal work, maybe 5 to 10 hours a week of actually managing those properties. And last but not least, all of these things we've talked about have required actual real estate to be making money, but we haven't talked about who's actually building the real estate. Someone needs to be taking the dirt and turning it into an actual building, and that's where builders come into play. Builders, contractors, developers, whatever you want to end up calling them, because there's a million ways to make money in that world as well, but essentially the person who's actually putting up the structures and building these properties. Builders can make an obscene amount of money, but it's very hard to get started from scratch on that. A lot of times it's really done as a partnership or with a lot of people, and builders are going to make anywhere from, I don't know, could be a couple $100,000 a year to a couple million to tens of millions a year. There's a lot of money in that world, but it's one of the hardest to get into. These are the only 21 ways to make money in real estate, yet 99 out of 100 millionaires are made in real estate. So which one are you going to choose to get that $1 million? You know which one I chose, and I've got so many other videos on this channel that you can check out to learn more. Drop me a comment on which one you're going to choose, and I'll see you in the next one.